Now, why music? Why rap?
Well, because hip hop it's the voice of the voiceless. You know, it's not just rap, it's hip hop in all of its forms. Rap, DJing, breakdancing, graffiti, all the four elements. But the fifth element, which is very rarely talked about, is knowledge and purpose. And so I took the knowledge and purpose part and connected it to the other elements of hip hop to bring an instructional agenda, a curriculum, a change agenda to a school. And it was just extremely, extremely powerful.
Well, how I became the producer of the Classroom Hip Hop 101 was, I would say, maybe 6 years ago, maybe 5-6 years ago. Dr. Blizzy actually was coming up to the school, which was now the Roosevelt High School, and the middle school had split. He was coming up there to introduce his program for young people to actually go and attend Black colleges, that tour, Black College Tour. And I was standing right next to him, and I'm looking at him, I'm like, I know this dude. He was like, Jackson? I'm like, he was like, you don't remember me? I was like, nah, you look familiar. But he had, he lost some weight, got a little older. But I'm like, you look familiar. He's like, it's me, Dr. Blake. I was like, yes. Actually, that meeting was the first meeting in over 15 years that we had seen each other. And, we small talk. We was like, yo, I'm putting together this show, whatever like this. And I'd like you to be, a guest. And I'm thinking, okay, well, no problem. But I don't really travel to the city, so I didn't let him know that. But he was like, listen, I want to, I'm thinking even maybe we could produce. And I'm like, nah, you sure you want me to produce? He's like, nah, I'm telling you, it'll work out. Peace, brothers and sisters. I'm Half Pint, the producer of the Classroom Hip Hop 101 with Dr. Blizzy. And this is our post-interview. So I have Kojo and Sister Booney right here. We're gonna have this conversation. So I wanna ask you, Kojo, how was the experience on the Classroom Hip Hop 101?
Oh, it was fantastic kicking it with Dr. Blizzy, It's too short. I always love kicking it with Dr. Blizzy, And so, man, we could do that all day.
So what was your takeaway in this conversation about the reopening of schools and how BU is a part of us, going to be a part of a global movement, actually, because that's what we're moving for.
It's about power and empowerment of the community, that's been the issue. This is an ongoing issue, and so now we're trying to leverage what's happening in the world to really have that impact be felt in the educational space.
So, Sister Rumi, what is your takeaway from the Classroom Hip Hop 101 and the reopening and the conversation that took place today?
I thought it was a fruitful conversation. I thought it was a great conversation. I hope it's a conversation that everyone in the city watches, all 1.1 million children, all thousands of teachers and administrators, the chancellor, mayor, but I do think it's a vital conversation that I hope sparks other conversations in families and in schools and in the district office.
And how was your experience?
Truth be told, I was a little nervous. I'm not on social media currently. I'm not really, on camera, but it was a great environment. It was great to see Black people just doing excellent things in front of the camera, behind the camera, and I just enjoyed having that conversation because there's a lot running through my mind right now that is definitely going to impact me going back into the classroom on Monday.
Peace, brothers and sisters. Have fun here, right back at you again. And I want to introduce you to a new family member to the Classroom Hip Hop 101 with Dr. Blizzy. And I'm going to let him introduce himself to you.
What's going on, Classroom Hip Hop 101? This is Donovan I'm from Imagine Learning. Just want to say it's great to be here. It's great to see the behind the scenes look. And I'm just super excited to be here. I love the work that Dr. Blizzy does. It's amazing.
What is it that you do? And what do you bring to the world as a whole? Because I know you got some gifts, and I know that you have some things that you are involved in. So tell us about it.
So what I'm really trying to do is get equity to all our students. So I know that if I'm in the classroom, because I used to teach, but if I'm in the classroom, I can only affect 30, 60 kids. But now that I work for an ed tech company, I can actually give equity to all our students through our program. But this is not what I'm here to speak about, but I can really give equity to students, especially given that one-on-one instruction that they need.
I like that.
Yeah.
So let me ask you, what makes you want to be in the business of the Dr. Blizzy brand?
Look, when I met Dr. Blizzy at ERC, I already knew, because we had mutual connection, but I already knew I was like, this is a guy that I gotta actually stay close with. I mean, his brand and what he's actually about is like super powerful, and not only that he's just about it, he has the action to it. So it's not like, there's a lot of people who talk and it's very abstract, and they're really good talkers, but from what I've seen, I mean, just in a week, there's stuff that Dr. Blizzy said he was doing on Monday, and then before that, he's already done 10 other things. So he's just constantly on the move, and getting people actively engaged and getting people to use their minds. And it's funny because he's not like he just started this. He's been doing this for years. People are just kind of catching on to the Dr. Blizzy wave.
All right, so why do you think it's necessary for a show like the Classroom Hip Hop 101 with Dr. Blizzy?
I think there's a lot of reasons why you should watch and listen to the Classroom Hip Hop 101 with Dr. Blizzy, is that you can actually learn from somebody who actually has done the work himself, and who's somebody who's actively involved in doing new ways and engaging educators. And then also just the fact that somebody who's actively involved and caring with our students and want to really get equity. So it's not just a thought changer, but he's also a thought leader and actually on the ground making it happen.
My name is Pt.2. I'm the CEO and also the co-founder of Worldcast Live.
And what is Worldcast Live?
Well, Worldcast Live is a digital production studio within the cloud, and we built it before the whole pandemic style, but it came into play largely now because of the remote nature of all businesses now, especially within media and also within the entertainment industry. So because of the new normal, people need to be able to connect remotely and conduct various entertainment and media work from remote locations seamlessly in a real-time sync, whether it's entertainment or whether it's a live talk show, and have it in a HD quality and in a TV-ready format. Well, one of the areas that the technology was working in also is the educational sector. And within the educational sector, we started working with Dr. Blake because he became a valuable resource in working with us, sculpturing the software towards the educational sector and getting us into some of the schools that we started working with. Well, when you look at the talk show that he's doing, it gave us a chance to merge two phases of the work that we did, which is in the entertainment industry and within the educational sector. So the talk show is on the entertainment side, and the content that's within the talk show talks about the educational side. So we're able to touch on both those areas now and show how the technology is used in both via the talk show and via the way that it's done, reaching the various audiences that we aim to reach.
Peace, brothers and sisters. Half Pint here, right back at you again. And we have a new addition to the family of the Classroom Hip Hop 101 with Dr. Blizzy. And I'm going to let him introduce himself to you.
Because you know my name.
Donovan. Go ahead, Donovan.
We started like right. No, because I laughed in my head because I'm like, that's what he should have done to the person on the screen. It's like, hold on, let me introduce it to the, all right, so I like to joke a lot, so okay, all right.
No problem, no problem. Okay.
Yeah, because
So
you want me
to repeat it or you want me to?
I mean,
okay, all right.
You didn't even got me sitting down. Everybody else, it was like comfortable. I felt like chilling. I'm like, damn.
So why do you think it's necessary for a show like the Classroom Hip Hop 101?
I can go on and on. I can go on and on. First of all, you should listen to the pioneer of somebody who's been able to get these kids engaged. He was able to take one of the lowest performing districts, the lowest performing schools, and have their test scores rise up, and just him in all the conversation. I'm gonna have to start that over, but try me the question again, because
start from he was able to, and then.
Okay. But what was the question again? So, because it's so funny, because it's like I could write like a 5-page paper, but I'm trying to get like a short.
Up to like the
top three. Why is it?
And special shout out to Worldcast Live Media and the crew at Worldcast Live Media. Well, we're going to close this show with a very special artist spotlight. Shout out to OnStar.
Start over.
From the very beginning?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if I could do that good before.
Well, listen, you the one that don't want to use notes.
He said you did so good for it to finish it like that.
Jason!
Well, you know what? Maybe that was a blessing in disguise. The name of the song is called "Go Crazy for BLM." Just saying.
That's a lot.
Go crazy for BLM. Go crazy for BLM. Come on, you can remember that.
Well, that's a mouthful. He's already saying a lot.
I know, right?
Go crazy for BLM.
It's only a few more things. Like he could do it. Nah.
Chill with the pressure, bro.